I Hear Voices Theatre Company presents A Terrible Case of Sherlock Holmes, The Excruciating Affair of the Ivy House Academy. Written by Darren Gooding.
Over the years, I have committed to paper many of the most baffling cases which found their way up the 17 well-worn steps to the first-floor rooms of 221B Baker Street.
Yes, I look forward to one day reading your chronicling of my exploits in the adventure of the dogging of the Baskervilles.
I told you before, we're not calling it that.
Dogging on Dartmoor?
No! However, it is now time for me to finally expose the most flagrant crime of all.
Looking for a good time, sir? Are we, sir? Old Nancy will help you out, sir. A good time for only a shilling, that's what old Nancy will do you for. What you say, then?
Ah, Holmes, there you are. A crime of deliberate, premeditated mass deception, for which I alone am culpable, and for which I, Dr. John H. Watson, can keep my silence no longer.
Good evening, Watson. It's an excellent disguise, though, isn't it?
Hardly.
I am particularly proud of the wooden leg.
It's ludicrous.
Well, I think it's highly convincing.
Perhaps, but it gives you 3 in total.
Don't get metatextual with me, mate. I'm a Baker Street irregular, and to prove it, I've got a message from Mr. Holmes.
Which Mr. Holmes?
The nutter.
Well, that's pretty conclusive.
Holmes, we have a visitor!
Describe, Watson. Describe.
Slim, almost doll-like, prim, demure in a smart cloak, fashionable hat, and sensible dusky pink walking dress.
It's not that boy from the horse butcher's again, is it?
No, it's a woman.
Have I arrived at an inopportune time?
Yes!
No! I am Dr. John H. Watson, colleague, comrade in arms, and official biographer of England's foremost revolting detective.
Don't you mean consulting, Dr. Watson?
Oh, if only I did, miss.
Shh, Watson. Someone's coming. Come into the shadows and hand me my wig.
For God's sake! I must at last bring into the light that grandest and most shocking of all truths. The truth that the great consulting detective, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes!
Sherlock Holmes!
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, they've got it now.
My name, sir, is Ryder. Miss Violet Ryder, and I am in dire need of help.
With a name like that, I'm hardly surprised. Show her the door, Watson.
No! I simply will not have it.
Indubitably, his wife remains immutable upon that point.
I would not have come if I had any other choice.
Again, just like Mrs. Watson.
Holmes! Sherlock Holmes does not...
As you will have doubtless surmised, I am a respectable unmarried woman of the nouvelle genteel but necessarily impoverished orders. 3 months ago, I acquired a position of classics mistress in northwest-southeast Anglia at the Ivy House Academy for delightful and pretty young ladies of the higher orders.
A girls' school?
Indeed, Dr. Watson. But dear me, your lead seems to have been suddenly and violently ejaculated from the tip of your pencil. Not that I can blame you, sir, for the unnatural, terrifying and mysterious events at that very establishment, which have brought me hot foot to your chambers this morning, would be enough to loose the chinagraph of even the stoutest of gentlemen.
A girls' school?
Watson?
Oh, yes, sorry, Holmes. I mean, a girls' school.
Watson!
I am the headmistress, Miss Macready. My friends call me Chastity. I can assure you, Doctor, I take all allegations against my establishment very seriously indeed.
Dirty postcards! It's a lie! I've never seen any of these before in my life, particularly that one.
Stay precisely where you are and do not move even a muscle.
Mycroft?
Last night I was made aware, through my most quaintly unofficial of official government channels, of a possible diplomatic incident. An incident which, if fact, will have drastic international repercussions.
Good grief! Is it the French?
I regret not.
Gentlemen, I must at once speak with only the great consulting detective that is named the Sherlock Holmes.
I am Sherlock Holmes.
And I am Dr. Watson. Whom do we have the pleasure of addressing?
Me? Ha! Well, wie? I mean, I am an itinerant Bratwurst salesman who is not at all Otto von Fisselstop, King of Bavaria.
The King
Of Bavaria!
Damn.
The truth that the great consulting detective Sherlock Holmes does not exist.
Would you like a cup of tea, Dr. Watson?
Why are you wearing that ginger wig, Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? Mercy me, lassie, there's no Mr. Holmes here.
I think I may just kill him this time.
I have it! I shall penetrate to the heart of this fell Liverpudlian conspiracy in the guise of an elderly Scottish woman.
Oh, for God's sakes, Holmes, that's your answer to everything.
A Terrible Case of Sherlock Holmes, The Excruciating Affair of the Ivy House Academy, features Damien Bell as Dr. John Watson, Darren Gooding as Sherlock Holmes and Mycroft, Sara Jane Derrick as Violet Ryder and Billy, with Dave Hughes as Lestrade, Macready and Brown. Music and sound effects by Darren Tansley. Additional composition by Tina Gooding. The program is directed and edited by Darren Gooding. Available to purchase 2021 on revolving disc or wax phonograph cylinder. Ask your local wax phonograph cylinder emporium for particulars. You won't be disappointed.